You probably tapped on this video because the title or thumbnail caught your eye, but stick with me. Don't click away, because in just the next minute, I'm going to flip the way you see love and attraction completely upside down. Imagine this. What if almost everything you've been told about relationships is wrong? We grow up hearing that women go for the nice guy, or that money and good looks are the ultimate key. But here's the twist. Those surface level things aren't what actually make the difference. It's not about your wallet, your jawline, or even just your charm. What really pulls someone in operates on a much deeper level. It's primal. It's psychological, and once you get it, you'll realize why so many guys struggle without knowing why. By the end of this video, you won't just understand how attraction really works. You'll know how to spark an emotion so unforgettable it lingers long after you've walked away. Ready? Let's jump in. Sign number 1. Women don't fall for youth. They fall for the way you make them feel. Here's the part most guys never figure out. It's not about your looks, your bank account, or even your perfect personality. What really matters is the emotional experience you create when she's with you. Think about it. For most women, love isn't this neat, logical structure that makes sense on paper. It's more like a whirlwind energy, a rush that she never wants to lose. You could walk into a room looking sharp, successful, and confident. But if she doesn't feel that spark around you, you'll disappear from her memory faster than last week's TikTok trend. Psychologists have a term for this: emotional imprinting. It explains why a woman might meet 2 guys in one day, one who says all the right things but leaves her flat, and another who teases her, challenges her, and makes her laugh so hard she can't breathe. Guess which one she'd be replaying in her head later. And yet, it feels unfair sometimes. You could be the safer choice, the guy with real loyalty and stability, but she'll still be drawn to the one who makes her feel alive. This is the trap most men fall into. They lead with logic, with achievements, with checklists. But the guys women obsess over, they create an emotional roller coaster. Tension, excitement, mystery, comfort all blended together. They make her crave the feeling. Ever wonder why so many women go back to an ex even after swearing they're done? It's usually not about who he is. It's about the emotional high he gave her, and that's what keeps pulling her back. Sign number 2. The harder you chase, the faster attraction slips away. Let me flip this on you with a simple question. Ever fired off a text and then stared at your phone for hours, waiting for a reply? That sinking, anxious feeling that maybe she's just not interested. Now imagine the reverse: someone who's too available. Instant replies every time, always saying yes, never any space. Be honest, how exciting does that feel? Here's the thing. Women are wired to crave anticipation. When a guy is constantly present, constantly checking in, there's no spark, no tension. And tension is what makes attraction feel electric. The truth is, when a man chases too hard, he kills the very mystery that draws her in. Human psychology is simple. We don't put value on what we already know we can't lose. We want what feels scarce, what feels uncertain. The moment she feels completely secure that she's got you, her brain switches off that chase. And once her brain relaxes, attraction naturally fades. That's exactly why high-value men don't chase, they lead. They let women lean into their world instead of begging to be part of hers. And when she does step closer, they don't spill everything at once. They sprinkle in curiosity. They leave her wondering. And that wondering is what keeps her hooked, because the second she stops wondering about you, she starts forgetting you. Sign number 3. Women don't actually want the nice guy. What they crave is the man who can't be shaken. Let's break this down. There's a big difference between being genuinely kind and being the guy who turns himself into a doormat. Too many men confuse the two. They think being nice means never saying no, always agreeing, never leading, and constantly seeking approval. But think about it, would you respect someone who never challenges you? Would you follow a leader who caves the second there's resistance? Of course not. Respect doesn't come from passivity. It comes from strength. And that's exactly what draws women in, not just muscle, but emotional toughness. The type of man who stays grounded, no matter what's happening around him. The guy who doesn't beg for validation, and who's not afraid to walk away if something crosses his boundaries, even if that something is her. This is why Stoic men stand out so much. They don't get rattled. They don't lash out when tested. And yes, women will test you, because those moments reveal whether you're stable or shaky. The man who holds his ground, who stays calm in the middle of chaos, becomes magnetic. At the end of the day, a woman doesn't want another best friend or an on-call therapist. What she wants is a partner she can lean on, a man who's steady when the whole world feels unstable. That's what makes her trust stand. That's what makes her stay. Sign number 4. Love isn't about reality, it's about perception. Here's one of the biggest tricks our minds play on us. Most people think attraction happens because of who they actually are, how they look, what they do, or how they treat someone. But the truth? That's not really what's going on. A woman isn't falling in love with the literal version of you, she's falling in love with the story she tells herself about you. Psychologists have a name for this: cognitive projection. It's the way we project our own feelings, hopes, and expectations onto another person. In other words, she's not responding to cold, hard facts, she's responding to the movie playing in her mind, where you're cast as the lead character. Her emotions attach to that narrative, not to your resume, your logic, or even the way you think she should be seeing you. That's why in love, perception always outweighs reality. Sign number 5. If she feels safe with you, she'll never want to walk away. After everything we've talked about, the emotional high, the mystery, the story she builds in her head, there's one deeper truth that outweighs them all. A woman doesn't stay just because she loves you. She stays because she feels safe with you. And I don't just mean physical safety, that's the bare minimum. What I'm talking about is emotional safety. That deep, subconscious knowing that when she's with you, she's protected not just from the outside world, but from her own storms inside. Because here's the reality. Women's emotions shift like waves. One day, she's on fire with passion. The next day, she might pull away. That's not manipulation, it's biology. So what does she want more than anything? A man who's unshakable. The strongest men aren't cold or distant, they're steady. She feels safe when she sees you don't collapse under stress, when you don't explode in anger, when you don't let her changing moods control your own. That's when she realizes this is a man she can fully trust. And when that happens, it goes beyond love or desire. She won't want to let you go. The women who stay loyal, who stay in love long term, are the ones who've found a man who makes them feel a kind of safety no one else ever has. This is the essence of Erosos. If this gave you value, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the next strategies that keep you sharp. Stay focused, stay stoic, and let them come to you.